With a risk of some flurries around the dinner hour, and with more on that, I send it to you inside Suzanne.
Thanks, Kasia. And a full moon tonight, and it's Valentine's Day. Almost all of the on-air staff today are wearing red. Red and black. What is this? Crimson? This is more crimson. We've got Chinese lantern red. Looking at Rachel's red. What color red is that?
Like a cherry red?
A cherry red, perhaps. You'll have to see and decide for yourself. She's coming up. She's checking on your commute right now. Oshawa, the commute east. Not too bad. We're running into some snow once we head out to eastern Ontario. This storm system is going strong in Atlantic Canada. Our big story, 0 in Toronto. I got to the supermarket parking lot this morning and I stood there in my thick coat and went, this feels good. It feels warm. The air felt warm. I had my sunroof open today just for fun. And yeah, still got the winter coat on, but the sunroof on. That works. Sunroof open, winter coat on. Saturday afternoon, Sunday afternoon. Okay, so it does look colder. And what's that purple? Yeah, that is colder. Colder still. It'll feel about -10 on Saturday. It'll feel about -16 on Sunday. We've got the slight chance of a flurry on Sunday, and of course, happy long weekend. It's the family day long weekend for many. Snow developing in the PM. Forecast models in better agreement on the later timing, and the suggestion that it'll be all snow for us with the rain-snow line to our south. Remember, we were going back and forth with that this week, explaining the conflicting forecast models. Low probability of precipitation until Monday overnight to Tuesday morning. Cold for now. Warmer next week by a long shot. Enjoy weekend for some of our Toronto, City of Toronto skating rinks. Great to see you on this Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day. Let me share some warmth with you. This lovely forecast, not for Atlantic Canada or for the West Coast. Massive areas of low pressure. This low is barreling through. Snow changing to rain and back to snow in the Maritimes, and plenty of snow on the ski hills in Quebec, the townships around Quebec City, Mont Saint Anne. If you're heading there for the family day weekend, lucky you. Stormy weather as well in BC. Big plume of moisture. We're in between. We're quiet. We are going to get a little colder, but look at our temperatures. 0 in Newmarket and Toronto, -3 only in Barrie, a wind chill of only -9. This is a huge improvement. The winds are going to dig in a little bit from the north. There are the wind arrows. It's a light wind, 10, 15 kilometers an hour, closer to 20 kilometers an hour tomorrow. So that will help to bring in some slightly cooler air. High pressure to the north, nudging that cooler air south. Stormy weather, though, west coast and east coast. And you remember the whole thing about weather, right? When there are isobars, the more that there are, the stronger the low. And this one is rapidly intensifying. It'll blast in with more than just the slight chance of precipitation. That's their story. Our story is colder on the weekend, -16 wind chill Toronto. Family day Monday, late day, a little precipitation at this point looking like snow into Tuesday morning. But Rachel, long range, warmer temperatures than we have had for weeks, if not months.
Now, with a more complex look at your weather, to you inside Suzanne.
Oh, beautiful sunny day. Thanks very much, Kasia. City of Toronto, you know, beautiful in all seasons, but right now you've got all those ice sculptures down on Lake Ontario. So whether it's out by the bluffs or whether it's down through Burlington and down Crystal Beach, if you're looking for something fun to do this weekend, that is free. Crystal Beach, the ice caves, ice shoves. Do a little Google searching. Check out the Weather Network website. You'll find Kasia's piece, her video from earlier in the week. Yeah, ice caves, natural ice caves formed by lake ice. That's Crystal Beach. Jot that down. Hope you have a wonderful family day. Long weekend. -3 in Barrie right now, and same in Owen Sound. And colder air. Look at this. There's our scale. Anything blue, let alone purple, is sub-0. And we are a little cooler this weekend, especially going into Sunday. However, the long-range trend overall is warmer. The next round of snow, we may have a few flurries on Sunday, and late Monday, it looks like it will be snow with the rain-snow line close to southwestern Ontario, and the forecast high for us back to work on Tuesday, 0. Morning low -4. Wind chill on the weekend, -12, -16, how it'll feel. Daytime highs, a little on the cold side, but at least it's not the stormy weather that we are having in eastern Canada right now at the Weather Network. Cooling down again. Oh, the Snow family. Mom and Dad, and it looks like some kind of mascot character there. You'll be out and about this weekend, no doubt. Cross-country skis. I've got my snowshoes handy, planning to use them this weekend. I will report back on Monday on how that went, but lots of snow to get out and play with. Family Day, long weekend, of course, for many. Thank you for joining us. Suzanne Leonard with the team. Big curl of low pressure, stormy weather, just battering the Atlantic provinces and also the UK. And I want to give a shout out to Claire Martin, who's a colleague at CBC, and she used the word wretched today to describe the weather, and I gave her a big pat on the back for that. Perfect word. Thank you, Claire. I'm going to use it myself now and throughout the rest of the day. Wretched weather. Wretched conditions. Rain, or rather snow changing to rain, changing back to snow, and the winds howling close to 100 kilometers an hour in some places. Enough said on the East Coast, the West Coast, this fire hose of moisture. It keeps coming and coming. More snow for Whistler, could be 50 centimeters, 50, this much by the end of the weekend. All right, so stormy weather, wretched for many. -1 in Hamilton, -6. Great night to be out. Go down and skate by the waterfront. Why not? A little bit breezy. The winds are going to deepen a bit. You'll see more orange coming into the forecast for Saturday, and that's high pressure to the north, driving some colder air down our way. The stormy weather to our west, the wretched weather on both sides of the Atlantic. Our temperatures are colder this weekend than today, so that's a bit of a shock to the system. Late Monday, Family Day, snow into Tuesday, and Rachel, long at range. Can we take it? +2, 4, 5?
Ooh,
I'm liking it.
I can take it. I can take it. Thanks so much, Suzanne. Now,
In fact, so with more info on that, I'd like to send it inside to you, Suzanne.
Thanks, Kasha. Director John in my ear said, yeah, it works for me, talking about romance at the auto show, and I'm sure it works for a lot of people. If fishing and boating's more your thing, the spring show is on right now at the International Center. It's great to see you. Head out, have a wonderful night, whatever you do. I went out to a little local eatery pub last night, heard some wonderful live music. It was just sort of a very spontaneous thing that we decided to do. Ended up being a wonderful night. So lots of fun to be had, whether it's free stuff or paid stuff, indoors or outdoors. And outdoor temperatures, they're pretty beckoning today. I mean, 0 to -4 or 5. We can take it. We have had such colder weather dramatically. Of course, this winter, it's been quite an old-fashioned winter, as everyone's dubbed it, with a winter mission briefly back in January. It is going to get a little colder this weekend, but that is actually going to be the anomaly. If you consider today through next Friday, the temperature trend is mild, milder than normal. In some cases, but certainly mild relative to what we've experienced. The normal is -1. We will be about -10 on Sunday, so that's sharply colder. But if everything holds together in terms of the weather pattern, we'll have a little bit of precipitation late Sunday into Monday, likely snow, and then after indoors at a couple of the great shows that are going on, or of course enjoying the grand show that is the Winter Games. Patrick Chan today. Bit of joy, bit of heartbreak. I don't want to spoil it for you if you haven't checked it out yet, but we've got your weather right now. And skating, that's near and dear to a lot of our hearts. It's my regular Friday night tradition. Love it, love it, love it in the winter. Storms to our south, our east. That's very distinct, isn't it? And to our west. How is it that we have come to be so fortunate as to miss all of these storms right now? Well, it's just the way the atmosphere is set up at the moment, I'm afraid. There's a deep trough across eastern Canada, and that trough is essentially a storm track, taking the storms around us. We've got a little bit of colder air sinking into that trough and into us tomorrow, but right now, 0, -1 Newmarket, -2 Hamilton, 0 in Toronto, feeling like -6. Let's just enjoy that for a second, shall we? You'll notice the winds, there's your scale. There'll be more orange. There will be more orange tomorrow, so 20-kilometer-an-hour winds, adding a bit more of a wind chill, helping to deepen that cold, the cold feeling that we're going to have. Again, storms to our east and west, we're going to miss that altogether. We'll have the chance of a few flurries on Sunday, and Monday night, Family Day, or later Monday into Tuesday, likely a bit of snow. But after a -10 and a -16 wind chill Sunday during the day, this is a much warmer trend coming up. Right now, the commute, trying to get home tonight, Rachel. We've had plenty of it this year, and snowbanks are still very high. There's some pretty slushy, nasty stuff on the roads. Speaking of the roads, Rachel's got your latest commute coming up in just a few minutes from now. Good to see you. Suzanne Leonard with you on this Friday. 0 in Toronto, -5 in Orangeville. Tiny bit of a wind chill. The temperature contrast. Well, we are trending warmer in the long range, but I just got to get you through this weekend, okay? Hang in there. Hang in there. We are going to get below zero, and by Sunday, we are going to be seeing daytime highs around -10 or so. Yeah, sorry about that. But the overall trend is closer to normal. Cold with brisk winds tomorrow out of the northwest. Cold with flurries on Sunday, so a little colder, a little less of a wind chill. Late Monday into Tuesday, forecast models are coming into somewhat better agreement. We've been explaining this week how our main American climate model and our main Canadian climate model we're in complete disagreement on timing and on precipitation type. Well, the low is trending a little further south now, and there's colder air in place now as we look at the long-range forecast, and that means the likelihood of snow coming for us late Monday. Monday, -6 for a high, 30% chance of flurries in the day, but then overnight it comes, and then up to about 0 on Tuesday. So we're right at that rain-snow range. The rain-snow line is likely to be just to our south, but we're still a few days out. Things can change. Storm tracks a little further north. We'll certainly get some rain. I know, -6, -10, daytime highs, wind chills, not so nice, but look at next week. Warmer temperatures coming. I want to show you things in 2 different ways. I want to show you all the stormy weather that's happening elsewhere in the continent. Only -8, Kitchener, Waterloo. Still some beautiful ice sculptures along the shores of our lakes. Good to see you. It's Family Day on Monday. It's 13 weeks today to the May long weekend. Some good news there. Breezy and cooler, light northerly winds. They're going to deepen a little bit. Massive storm system off in Atlantic Canada, by the way. Gusts right now are generally 80, 90 kilometers an hour. They've been warm, now they're cold again with snow that's returned. Snow will return for us Monday night into Tuesday. That's Family Day. I know that's cold. -6, -10 Sunday, -6 tomorrow. Some wind chills, but the trend for next week is kind of like today, closer to normal. We should be around -1 at this time of year during the day. Again, snow likely to develop later on Family Day. But for now, Kasia, we're basking in the sun for as long as it lasts. And you've got to get all the way up to Timmins before you get to -17. They're cheering in Timmins, as are we down here in Toronto. Maybe you saw Kevin Yard in the morning show this morning up in Timmins. Some reindeer, some tubing, all kinds of fun. There is stormy weather to our east and south and west. And, you know, if you were to zero in on this, you'd see these massive swaths of moisture in the west, more coming in the south. And this is heading to Atlantic Canada. It's riding the jet stream, which is curling around Ontario, getting blasted in the Maritimes. Probably got friends, family there. First they got snow, then they got rain. Now they're back to snow and the winds are howling. 80, 90 kilometers an hour. It's a really nasty night. Currently, this evening, quite calm by comparison. Newmarket and Sharon, -2, feeling like -8. Slightly warmer. Toronto, similar temperatures for Hamilton, Brantford, Kitchener, Guelph, Milton, Dundas. What a beautiful night. But we will all, after the full moon tonight, see some winds deepening tomorrow. We will have some sunshine, but it'll feel sharply colder or noticeably colder. Considering what kind of winter we've had, maybe it won't feel sharply colder, but certainly colder. High pressure, stormy weather approaching Atlantic Canada, stormy conditions on the west coast if you are traveling further afield for this Family Day holiday weekend. Happy Valentine's Day. -6, -10, forecast highs the next couple of days. Monday, Tuesday a little warmer, but Monday night into Tuesday, Family Day, we may have some snow developing. And you're all in red as well.
Happy Valentine's Day, Suzanne.
And you.
Now, story.
Oh, thanks very much, Kasia. Wonderful stuff. You know, we've got the big shows going on, the auto show down at the International Center. It's the Spring Fishing and Boat Show. At the Convention Center. The latter is out at the International Center, and you may want to spend a little more time indoors on the weekend, but it's not going to be bad when you compare what we've had to this coming weekend. Yes, the trend is a little downwards. You saw that, didn't you? The blue into the purple. Today, single-digit temperatures, -2s, -3s, still below zero. Changes coming to bump us up in the long-range forecast. Tomorrow's going to be noticeably colder, though, with some brisk winds, just light northwesterlies, 15 or so kilometers an hour. A few flurries possible Sunday. Family Day on Monday, so happy long weekend for those of you having that Monday as an extension to the weekend. Some snow likely to develop in the latter part of the day. At this point, it does look like it'll be certainly some snow to start. Could be as much as 5 or 10 centimeters. centimeters. And then temperatures warming up to 0 on Tuesday as that snow winds down. So some cold air for the next couple of days. Today, a mild bump up and then a real bump up in the long-range forecast. We are missing the big storms. Other areas not so fortunate. A new low south of the border. Go to hit Atlantic Canada tomorrow. Snow, rain, wind today. Take you all the way out to Newfoundland. Out to Newfoundland, Eastport. One of many areas seeing howling winds. Marvin uploaded this footage for us, this video, at theweathernetwork.com. Wind warnings, storm surge warnings, and some of the energy from these storms is making it all the way to the east side of the Atlantic and contributing to the flood in England. Crystal Beach, wow. What a beautiful series of ice capes. Do you see that? We'll see if we can bring that to you again a little later in the program, but you can check it out on our website. Yeah, the ice sculptures along the shorelines with the cold bouts of weather that we've had, and now milder today, around -2 across the GTA. Let's just savor that for a second. -2. I stood in the parking lot at the supermarket this morning going, yeah, this feels good. This feels good. And I'm a winter lover, but it's been nice to go back to more normal temperatures. Still cold enough for the integrity of the ski slopes to be really good. Snow Valley, Blue, Horseshoe, Mount St. Louis, Glen Eden. Everybody counts on keeping the snow and the cold air as we go towards March break. We've got in Ontario a couple of flurries digging in, the broad scale circulation here with a powerful storm in Atlantic Canada, a storm to our south, a storm to our west. Thankfully, we're sitting pretty comfortably right in the middle. Current temperatures -2 to -6 as we go up to Orangeville, -6, how it feels in Oshawa right now. Now, the winds are going to come out of the north, a light breeze tomorrow and Sunday, so the cold temperatures will deepen a little. Daytime highs down to -10 Sunday, slight chance of a flurry. Wind chill -16. Family Day Monday, enjoy, enjoy. Monday into Tuesday, maybe a few flurries. And the long-range trend, warm, hot, like our red tops today, Rachel. Warmer temperatures, hey, 4 or 5. We'll take it.
That will feel hot, Suzanne, absolutely. Now, take it
inside.
Thanks, Kasha. The auto show down at the Convention Center and the spring fishing and boating show out at the International Center. Yeah, that's started today as well. It's Valentine's Day today. We wish you a wonderful, safe, happy, great long weekend. Many celebrating a long weekend, Family Day on Monday. Watch these, colder temperatures. Today was wonderful, wasn't it? Close to -2. A spring in your step, people out and about, picking up flowers, thinking about flowers. Upload your photos at the Weather Network website. I saw a couple of photos today of flowers. Of course, they came from BC, not from Ontario. But we've had a really pleasant late winter day. Plenty of sunshine. There have been a few flurries coming down off Lake Huron and Georgian Bay. Believe it or not, it's all part of this massive circulation counterclockwise here. Big low pressure storm for Atlantic Canada, and that helps to drive in some slightly cooler temperatures for us Saturday, Sunday, and then late Sunday into Monday, Family Day, we may get some snow, and that will probably affect your Tuesday morning commute. We're going to watch it closely for temperatures 0 followed by 2. We may see some wet snow or a rainy mix. Yeah, a little cold for the weekend. Right now at the Weather Network, what to do in the warmth? Well, let me see. I can think of a lot of things to do considering it's Valentine's Day. And considering temperatures have been up around -2 or so around the Golden Horseshoe today. Yeah, you can cheer on Team Canada. Go Canada, go. You can get down by the waterfront, enjoy the ice sculptures. Look at these wonderful aerial shots. That's aerial, all right, from space, satellite shots looking across the Great Lakes. It's a neat story, isn't it? Lake Ontario is, you may find, surprisingly deep. We've only had about 40% ice cover this year. Lake Superior, the most frozen cover that they've had in some decades, 94% ice cover. 20% ice-free, Lake Michigan. It has to do with a lot of different things, temperature, latitude, prevailing winds. Snow cover, of course, inhibits to some degree ice forming. 95% ice covered, and then 96%. I flew across Lake Erie coming back from Roatan, a little Caribbean trip a couple of weeks ago, and it was wonderful to look down on a clear afternoon and see that ice cover with the pressure cracks running through it. Crystal Beach, we went down there. Kasha did for us the other day. Beautiful ice caves on the shore there. Keep that in mind. That's a free attraction for the weekend. And this is your wind map. So you can see that we've got more yellow and orange on the map going into tomorrow. We are going to deepen a little bit in terms of cold and in terms of a northwest breeze tomorrow. High pressure is trying to settle in. The circulation around it's clockwise, like so. And a low to our south counterclockwise, that just reinforces that colder flow. And this low, number 1, has been bringing a few flurries back into Ontario today. Low number 1 that's headed out to the North Atlantic tomorrow. What I'm trying to say is there's all kinds of stormy weather, both now, east of us, and coming again later tomorrow, again east of us. What we'll see is the chance of flurries on Sunday, -10, -16 wind chill, and then the chance Monday night into Tuesday, family day, going back to work after Monday, we may see a little bit of snow on the ground. I want you to look at those temperatures one more moment, though, trending upwards in the long-range forecast. Normal at this time of year is -1, so we're there today, colder for a few days, and then back to normal next week. All smiles, it's Friday. I've got my Go Canada Go mitts on. Happy to see you. Love is in the air. It's Valentine's Day. Spring is in the air. I couldn't help it. I stopped in the middle of the supermarket parking lot this morning and did one of those because I couldn't see my breath. It was just below zero. The sun was shining. We've got a lot of good news, and I'm going to take you through the weekend with a storm update, with a family day forecast, and with more about that spring feel that I was talking about. Cloud top's just a snapshot of the continent today. We've got some really powerful systems, west coast and east coast, but here at home, pretty quiet as we get set for some family fun for the weekend. Colin Mercer is one of our regular viewers, and he sent in this video from Oshawa, and we always encourage you to there he goes. Hi, Colin. Always encourage you to share your weather with us, share your videos and your photos. Go to our website, upload it there, share it on social media. I've got a couple of photos from viewers coming up in just a second. Temperatures, -6 Saturday. Okay, -6 for Toronto is not all that warm, is it? We should be around -1 this time of year. -6 was our morning low this morning. So we've got colder air pouring in yet again. On Sunday, even colder, -10, -16 wind chill. And you might be thinking, okay, I said spring, didn't I? I did. I'll get to your temperatures in a second. Cooler this weekend, but the long-range temperature trend is milder, and there's a good reason for that. If we look at Monday, weather highlights, we do have a system moving in for us, and it's going to be quite messy. It's coming from the west, from the Prairie provinces and from the U.S. West. And really, there is little to no consensus amongst the weather models for Ontario's Family Day storm. Not necessarily stormy weather for Toronto, but certainly active weather moving into Ontario. And if you have a look at our website, the story has been quite popular today. It picks up the thread of what we were talking about earlier in the week right here on the Weather Network. The fact that we've got a couple of different forecast models that are bringing snow to Ontario. Right now it looks like it will be mainly snow and a later day start for Monday. So probably some good travel conditions when you're heading out and about. And out and about on Monday, temperatures here, notice -6 for high and then at or even above zero going into next week. That's positive. That's the sign of spring, that's for sure. Here's Magnetawan, beautiful shot of deer crossing a lake in the Muskoka region and doing some extreme bogganing out in Brockville. Upload your photos on the website and we'll show them here.